How to pass your ACCA AFM examination with a mark of 61% with some top student tips. Well, if you have your AFM exam, you are in the right place because CJ is going to walk and talk us through how he did it, how he passed. So get your pen and paper at the ready. But CJ, feel free to introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, everyone. So, my name is CJ, as James has introduced me, and I'm just a recently freshed out ACC affiliate as well. And currently, I'm pursuing MSc in Finance in University of Birmingham. So, it's really fun. It's been really fun talking with James, and I would love to share some advice and some experience of mine that could help you. So, definitely. Yeah.
Fantastic. And let's get the ball rolling, CJ. Think back to when you were doing your AFM. If you had to go back and do it all again, first, easy thing to talk about. What would you do differently that you know now? What would you change in your studying style, revision? What comes to mind?
I think if I go back and if I had to do something differently, it would be just practice more the numerical questions,
Hmm.
the questions that had like sums, like the numbers and the swaps, the exchange rates. I think those were really hard to grasp or hard to really understand exactly. So I think I would spend most of my time usually just on that, really.
Right. And in terms of your AFM preparation, I hear from loads of students. I never did AFM as one of my option modules, but they always say if you can get good at the CBE platform with the formulas, with the actual spreadsheets on there, did that really work for you? Did it save you a lot of time?
Definitely, definitely. It's like CB is really helpful in really, getting familiar with all the tools and how to really structure your answers in those spreadsheets and with the documents. So definitely, I would definitely recommend doing some mock exams through CB platform. Definitely,
Oh,
it really
brilliant.
helps a lot.
Fantastic. And you mentioned their
Hmm.
mock exams. How many did you do? Did you do them
Hmm.
on the CB platform? What was your approach?
So yes, so the thing is, I gave the exam first time, which I kind of failed. It was almost close, but I would say the reason why I kind of like failed was because of lack of practice in that CB platform, is lack of the mock exams, and so I would say definitely the mock exams, whatever you find, usually they're like different years and
Hmm.
previous years. I would definitely recommend do the pre-mock exam that the ACCA provides you for like your accordingly, like your sessions accordingly. So I would say first do that, and then you can focus more on the past exams and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the more
Mm,
practice you do to time under exam conditions, it's only going to benefit you,
mm,
would you say?
mm.
Yeah. Did you do your exam actually at home or did you do it in a center?
So I actually gave the exam at home. So it's more quiet, it's quite comfortable, it's quite you can just be at your own thing and you don't have to worry about traveling and pressure and stuff. So
Oh, interesting. Interesting. And then
yeah.
in your preparation, ACCA have lots of free resources. They've got the external examiners guide on there. They've got the technical articles, lots of other free
Mm,
resources on their study platform. Which ones
yes.
did you use and which ones helped you the best, especially as you said that you failed it once and then you came back to pass. So like what helped you?
So definitely I would say technical articles helped a lot. And like because like whenever I've seen that, and what I've heard about it is that whenever there's a new article in those sections, usually ACCA is going to ask from those articles. So you have to be updated around the technical articles. And about the other thing, there's examiner reports as well, which also helps a lot. It really helps a lot in, because it tells about the students' mistakes and students like what they're missing on, what they're lacking behind, and gives you like critical feedback. It really helps you in understanding what exactly do they make mistakes and how can you avoid. So I would
Yeah.
definitely recommend two reports.
I completely
Yeah.
agree. They're very open and transparent, aren't they, in the reports about, where students make
Definitely.
mistakes, things like
Yeah.
poor time management,
Mhm.
always come up on there. But I'd be
Yeah.
really interested to know as to like how much time did you spend on the syllabus as well? Because I know lots of students spend way too much time on the syllabus and then not enough time doing revision and
How
practice
far
questions.
are
Like,
you with
what
your
worked best for you?
dissertation?
Definitely, I would say that you have to. It's just like a lot of people spend a lot of time on syllabus. I think you need to spend a lot of like some time on syllabus, like enough time to really understand the theories and understand like what's the exact concept, like why exactly are we doing this. But at the same time, you have to also focus on the practical aspect, which is all the sums, all the formulas, and all the like how to really do the calculations and everything. That's also equally important, I would say. 50-50, I would say. Put 50-50 time on the theories, on the syllabus, as well as the practical stuff.
Yeah, lots of students think they can just get away with doing the calculations on the AFM exam, whereas you're absolutely right. It's the calculations about 50%, and then the theory or the written parts other 50%. So yeah, very good point on
How
there as
community
well. And for
can
anyone who's
ensure
watching
that
thinking,
there is
what is that murmuring in
stability
the
within
background?
the crypto,
CJ is in the library at
but
the
then that
moment,
is
everyone.
only
So that is
qualitative.
why
It
he's
doesn't
so
mean like
committed to
it will
telling
have
you all
something.
his tips. So you'll have to forgive the chat that's going on in the
Ensure that
background, but we're
crypto
going to
maintain without
persevere
creating
and carry on anyway. So
ingeniously
don't worry
the
about it,
whole
CJ. It's all good.
systematic
Coming back onto
blockchain is stable
AFM,
and is
I'd be
tracked.
really interested
That
to
is the
know
initial step.
if you actually think about the mistakes that people make in the AFM exam, like why do you think most students, why do they fail the
So it
AFM
was
exam in your
qualitative,
opinion?
but today I
In
think
my opinion, I feel like that people people spend like people think that like about the sums. I would say like people don't really understand or grasp the concepts of numericals in there. They think that they don't really sometimes they don't understand, so they just kind of maybe memorize it or memorize the formula or memorize the thing. So but the thing is you don't really get it because of the questions. The questions they are more case based scenarios.
Hmm.
You have to give the answers based on those questions. So I would definitely say like a lot of people make mistakes on the sums, the
Hmm.
numericals.
Yeah, every student who
but
I speak
right now
to,
she's
they
like
always talk about the
quantitative
jump
only.
up as well.
Yeah,
So when they did the financial
quantitative.
management, the FM exam, they thought that was hard. And
Yes.
then
Right
when they come
now
to do
we're
the AFM
doing
exam, they
just
go, "Oh my
yeah.
word, different level." Like
It's
how big
definitely.
is how would you describe the gap and the jump?
I would definitely like, agree that it's a really big jump. You think that oh, it's just you're good with financial management, you'll be good with AFM. No, just don't expect that. It's like yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is that it's just that it's just more advanced theories. It's just you have to kind of be committed to just understand the concept. That's the main thing. Understand the sums that they give like swaps, like the exchange rates, the forward exchange rates. They're all like the thing is a lot of people don't really understand. They just try to like try to practice it through like a memorized structure, but it's not really it does not really help.
So my
Mm.
Mm.
new topic is
Well, CJ,
this
loads and loads of tips for us.
chi-square
Are there
theory,
any other final nuggets of information that you could give to a student that
inflation
could be the
pricing,
difference
stable
in
capital.
getting them the 50 plus? Is there anything else we've not covered so far that you say, I've got to get it on record?
Uh, yeah, I would say is keep practicing. Yeah, that's the main thing. Keep practicing those sums, understand the concept, and keep practicing those exact the numbers that you're really lacking behind, that you feel like you're not able to solve the questions. You have to just keep practice those questions again and again. You don't have to do a lot of the questions. You just have to do the right questions the right way. That's the main thing. You don't have to do a lot of questions. That's the main point. You feel like you have to do this question, that question, that question. You don't have to pressurize yourself in that. You just have to do the questions just the right way. Just find the right way to do those questions.
Yeah, follow the process that goes how to lay out a certain style of question that works for you, And I'd also add, because remember, any workings that you have in the AFM exam, if you do make a mistake on the spreadsheet or on the processor, even if you make that mistake, you'll get the carried forward and the own figure marks as well. I think that's well worth noting that, again, could help a student pick up on that extra
Definitely.
mark to get the 50 plus. Is that something that helped you?
Definitely, definitely. It's like, you don't have to be like, oh, like if the answer is wrong or something, then it's better to just skip it over. No, you can just still do whatever you can and just, do your own interpretation based on those the figures that you found. And
Yeah.
also you can still get marks. So
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. And I remember speaking to an AFM student not that long ago, and his practice was basically to make sure he did 100 marks because he failed it one time and only answered, he thought, about 80 or 85 marks. And if you take a step back and you go, I've got to get 50 out of 80 or 85, that's really hard. So his goal was to just get 100 marks done, and he just got a little bit better, a little bit better. So any things like that, if a student has maybe failed, would you agree that could help them?
Definitely, definitely. Just try to attempt everything that is there in the question, and also manage your time as well. I think time management is also really it plays a really key part in giving the exam. So definitely practice the time management as well.
Hmm.
What I believe is that what I think is that you have to give 1.8 minutes for 1 mark.
Hmm.
So if the question is around 20 marks, you give it around like half an hour, 32 minutes. And if that crosses the time, then you just skip the question for now and just went on to the second one and just
Hmm.
keep following that pattern.
Wow.
And then
Well,
you'll
that,
find
yeah,
you
yeah.
have the extra time. You'll have the extra time in the end, so then you can kind of do what is remaining and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, fill in the gaps, and if you've missed anything, come back to it. That was what I was going to say. It's don't get bogged down, don't get stuck, because trying to pick up on a few easy questions or easier questions in the first hour, make some progress rather than be sat there going, I've not written anything at all. But I have to say, CJ, thank you so much for your time coming on the channel for your debut today. We've persevered. You're going to have to tell those people in the library behind you to stop talking and to go on and go get some work done as well. But have you got any final words of best wishes for the students who are watching who've got their exam coming up?
Is yeah, just keep working hard, keep practicing. That's what truly matters in the end. Is like keep that's the main thing. If you fail, pass, if you fail, is just keep doing it, keep working at it.
Yeah.
You'll eventually pass. So yeah.
Absolutely spot on. Well, all the details we've talked about today, guys, I've put in the description below. So check out all those resources. If you subscribe and like the video, you get access to all the others on the channel. And a massive thank you to CJ for his time coming on the channel for today. So we'll see you in another video soon. So thank you very much.